It is built by the wife of Humayun, who traveled into the city of Mecca from the city of Delhi. She would travel far and wide, search for the architect, come back
With him.
with him. She could have lived like a queen, spend her life in all the luxuries, but no. She went on a all-women solo trip.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Women were doing businesses, women were constructing mosque into
Really?
that city. Yes.
Why don't I know this?
And the entire Chandni Chowk made by the daughter of Shah Jahan, Jahanara Begum. The markets are made by the women. The hotels, Jahanara Begum used to have a hotel there. Where, when Amir Khusro writes his poetry, he never writes Allah in it. What he would write when he is referring to God is Ram. So Mirza Ghalib has already answered the question.
right.
Imagine this, that the world is a body
The world is a body.
and the soul of this body is the city of Delhi.
Like in the movie Rockstar,
हाँ.
the director Imtiaz Ali,
Very problematic thing though. He showed this.
He showed
people,
in the dargah.
the actor and actresses drinking in horse khas. And then this became a trend. So we call this as a play of destiny. One was a slave who got sold from hand to hand in the 12th century when we are talking about it, and ended up in his lifetime sitting onto the throne of Delhi Sultanate. The point of history is not to get you accustomed to the dates. The major point is get you accustomed to these stories so that you can learn from them. Like for example, the architect of Jama Masjid, when the construction of Jama Masjid of Delhi was happening, he ran away.
Can you still see the romance and the beauty in the monument? Like, can you see beauty in the Taj Mahal after knowing how many people were killed after its inauguration? And can you see beauty?
How many people were killed?
No, the hand. Sorry, there's a history.
That's a metaphor. Point of time, the architect.
Who's the architect?
It's the same one architect.
Who's this? Why is his name not famous, man?
So-
Who made the Taj Mahal?
So
It still can't believe. It was nice meeting you.
थैंक यू सो मच यार, थैंक
What
यू.
you were doing?
इधर हम लोग ऐसा ये पॉडकास्ट ऐसा. तुम क्या कर रहे हो अभी?
हो गया. ये लड़की ने सब कुछ बोल भी दिया.
हाँ.
मैं रुका तो मुझे लगा कि
अभी तुम इसको दोबारा से बुलवाओगे सब कुछ?
हाँ. मैंने उसको बोला था. This is amazing. I'm interviewing Anas Khan from Unzip. And you want to repeat what a great fan is? What a great fan you are.
Like I just randomly had found him on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I really like the concept of how he takes people on the walk, and it's not that typically how when you go
Sit.
somewhere.
Sit. Arey, it's damn good to know that you also follow him. She's explaining half the vibe. Please explain. We have with us, go thoda inside because I know the frame. We have with us
Samia.
I'm not taking your name.
Okay.
I'm saying we have his subscriber.
Yeah.
And she was explaining how amazing he is. And I was like, let's do this on camera. Can you please tell me why you like his content?
I just randomly found like he goes to that Qutub Minar, then that Taj Mahal and all those places, right, in Delhi
Yeah.
and all. So I was like, not that typically how just they explain. Like I have visited Rajasthan, no, so that the guides are like just talking about the history and just going, but you were like taking them into like the culture and everything. So I really like that concept of yours, and I'm more into that buildings, architecture, ghazals and all that stuff.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I really like the idea.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Are you okay to be on camera on YouTube?
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you. I just need consent.
वैसे भी views नहीं आते हैं लोगों.
हाँ, नहीं, views आते हैं. I crossed 10 million views
Yeah, in which
for
channel?
Art History Plus.
Artistic. Okay, I'll check it out.
Art History Plus. I'm doing his podcast.
Yeah.
This is a great moment. Totally unscripted. We have a subscriber of his,
Yeah.
the person himself.
Yeah.
And
I was
yeah.
going, he was telling me, let's go, you will not find that person. Then I just saw like he was sitting here. maybe.
Coincidence.
Yeah, then I said, I
Kismat.
just took a turn and I came, I'll go and
But he's
meet
damn
him.
famous, right?
Yeah, he is. I don't know.
He's
about
damn
him,
famous,
but
yeah.
I have.
I was
like,
introduced to him recently,
yeah.
Yes.
and the person who introduced me said, just Google, just Instagram pe write unzip, and you'll know who he is. I spent half an hour yesterday, and I was like, this is amazing. I met him. I was like, आ जाओ, ये हो गया भाई, ये just हो गया, और आप भी आ गए, हो गया सब. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was good meeting you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, that's a great moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Anas Khan, founder of Unzip. Now, he does heritage walks, he explains art and culture, but he's not just a tour operator, he also offers a lens. And we at Artistry Plus are extremely happy to meet somebody from this sector, because there are many doers in the world, but there are very few people who actually take the effort to physically put themselves on location, on site, in situ, and basically say that look at it right from here. It's easy to make a book and to basically photograph it and take the experience outside and have a completely objective perspective to monuments or art and culture. But for somebody to actually go on location, take the effort to actually do good photography, to put yourself out as an Instagrammer, to put yourself out and there are multiple dimensions to creating content in this sector. Very few people are doing this. I respect all of them, as you know, and I just feel like we have him here in Goa. He's come all the way. It's very rare, and because he's a travel guy, I have let's start the interview by asking the most simple question: what's your trip?
So basically, my complete name is Anas Khan Motiwale. Our family came to the city of Delhi as traders somewhere from Samarkand, and we settled there. It's been more than 300 plus years of our family living into one city. So as we migrated, we moved on, times changed. I ventured outside for my studies, and there I realized that I don't have an identity of my own. So
Why?
people asked me, where are you from? I said I'm from Delhi, and this and that. What is there in Delhi? I had no clue.
How old were you?
This
When this
is
happened?
23, 24.
Okay.
So pretty young at that point of time, and no clue about my city, no clue about my culture, no clue about my family, no clue about my roots.
You're normal, basically.
Normal, yeah. And that is what hit me, like, who am I, where am I coming from,
True.
what do I tell people when they ask me. And that's when I started researching more and more onto the topic, and I found it to be really interesting. Plus we have a library of ours in Old Delhi, जहाँ पे मुझे बहुत सारी किताबें मिली. Now I speak Urdu, Farsi,
Hindustani is part.
Urdu, Farsi, English. तो वो जो पुरानी किताबें पढ़ी थी, what I did was I started reading them, could understand them, because majority of the people now they can't, because Urdu and Farsi is a dead language here in India, and Urdu is dying very rapidly. So what I started doing was I started translating those stories and randomly just started posting them on Instagram with the name of Unzip Delhi. Never thought I'll be sitting on stages doing podcasts.
I saw your TEDx lecture.
Yeah. Explaining why I started this, why I did this. It was just very random.
Yeah.
And I started posting all these stories by translating them from Urdu to English.
Yeah.
And I got this one kick. I used to do this regularly, and COVID happened. Lockdown was there. And then in between, what happened was like almost a month of doing this, I stopped doing it. I was like, there's no point in doing any of this. It doesn't make sense. Saturation.
Creatively, you had
Creatively, I had a block. Also, at the same point of time, the followers were not engaging. I had very little following, right?
Yeah.
200 लोग जिनको वो भी I asked them to follow me.
Yeah.
Right. So slowly it was growing. Turned out to be 500, 700 people that started following me during the lockdown phase, and I stopped posting. Then this one girl DM'd me saying me and my boyfriend had only one thing to do, because we don't have enough points to talk on now.
Yeah.
So I would just recite the entire post to this guy, and I'm like, damn, being so personal with people it felt powerful.
Yeah.
It felt also at the same point of time you can mold people. You can actually tell them what the real history is. You can tell them multiple things if you're that intimately there into their conversations. Then I never stopped, and it just all happened.
That's amazing, man. You had any experiences while doing your walkthroughs? So, explain one thing to me.
Yeah.
How are you a business?
So how am I a
No,
business?
my question is not like because this sector didn't exist like at 7 years ago or 10 years
it
ago.
never existed 3 years back also.
Yeah. No, but very few people are doing what you do. And is this model scalable? Is it? Are you able to? I mean, you have 8 people in your company.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Like we've all been to sites, historic
Yeah.
sites, and you usually see 1 or 2 people over there, and they're
Yeah.
all hustling.
Yeah.
They're saying, "I'll explain it to you."
Yeah.
How did you to make this an organized platform?
So
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that
makes sense.
it's right. So basically, I want to ask you, there comes a time when an independent person, out of the sheer will of what they love to do, says, "Okay, I want to do this. I'm not going to think about money right now."
Yeah.
Then slowly something happens in every
Yeah.
founder's life.
Yeah.
You explained that you had
Yeah.
a lull period
Yeah.
where you felt you had self-doubt.
Yeah.
And now to pay salaries for 8 people and to basically scale this up from 1 to 2,
Yeah.
2 to 4 and 4 to 8, that's exponential growth.
Yeah.
So very soon, I don't know, are you planning something larger? And also how it's inspiring for everyone to know
Yeah.
that you don't, so on my platform basically everyone wants to be an artist.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I'm getting the point.
it's the greatest
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But then not everyone can become an artist,
Yeah.
but they still have the love for arts and
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
And so there are multiple job opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm coming from that lens. Is
Yeah.
that when somebody might love arts and aesthetics and
Yeah.
history of India, Indology, multiple specialists are there in this
Yeah.
in this sector. But people don't know what to do with their talent or their sort. They're like, "Oh, I didn't make it as an artist, so I'm unsuccessful." Looking at you and looking at your organization,
Yeah.
who all are you hiring? And there's opportunities everywhere to generate stuff from zero.
So, from the business perspective, how we scale is something which is very interesting. So, it was just an Instagram platform which used to talk about history of the city of Delhi, its culture, its unique offerings. So, I made a bunch of friends online, and I was like,
Real
let's
friends,
meet.
fake
Yeah.
friends.
COVID friends.
In COVID friends.
COVID friends. वो देखो, उनको पीछे से बोलता हूँ।
नहीं, वो चलेगा।
जाने।
हाँ.
So, I made a bunch of these COVID friends, and we all decided, let's meet one fine day when the lockdown is lifted. So, what we did was we met at Red Fort, and I posted the stories on Instagram saying that we had so much fun, did this, that, and then people started DMing me and that we also want to join. I'm like, okay, I've attended walking tours there in Europe. So it's like, this happens, we can do it. So initially it was a very free kind of event where only very few people would join in, and that's how it all started for me. It was never planned, right? And the Heritage Walk started, and since that weekend where I met my friends to the coming weekend, I've in the winters I've never missed any weekend. All my walks are happening.
That's amazing.
All my walks
How
are
many
happening.
walks a day or a month?
So on Saturday we do one, on Sunday we do one. So we started with just one walk that was on Sunday.
And Monday
Then
to Friday, what is happening?
nothing. Monday to Friday, content creation, background research, private tours if they are coming in, and also at the same point of
You do
time.
private tours
Yes.
for very rich people, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And you take them on a romantic journey
Yes.
of Purani Delhi.
Purani Delhi. So we take them through a different lens of, and we make it more luxurious. That we have over the period of time.
That's amazing, man.
Over the period of time, I have developed contacts into Havelis. I've developed contacts into the cafes, so the cars will come very smoothly into Old Delhi, which is a chaotic area. The places that you're going to will be very clean, hygienic. You can have street food sitting into old Havelis. We do organize all of that. Then we do mehfils.
Amazing.
Then
Mehfils?
Mehfils is something which is very interesting. So the mehfil culture of Delhi has died. it was something that dictated the entire party culture of the Indian subcontinent, the city of Delhi, right?
so true.
And like the current day hospitality industry is also based on the party festive
Yeah.
mood of the city of Delhi.
Yeah.
So how we developed from that. So now it is all finished, done, dusted.
Yeah.
So we thought let's revive that culture of qawwalis. We make everyone sit down.
Mehfil is Qawwali's night.
हाँ, qawwali night, just not qawwalis. So we also do we call them as contemporary mehfils. So we do sitar but with techno. Right?
Yeah.
We mix art. Because if you play a rag for 25 minutes, the current day audience can't digest it. Let's be honest about
Yeah.
it. Because फिर वो 25 मिनट तक वो एक ही चीज बार बार नहीं सुन पाते हैं.
But
They're done.
you're calling celebrity artists like Niladri Kumar and like
Not right now for those.
आगे जाके, yeah.
अभी आगे जाके we are planning to. What we do is अभी फिलहाल what we have done
That's
is we have
amazing.
selected gharanas,
Yeah.
Delhi Gharana, and we have partnered up with them. We call their artists. Then there is another organization. Then there is this student of Nusrat Sahab who's there in Delhi. So we have partnered up with people like that, and we get our musicians. We plan it out, and that's how the events are happening in the summer months because summers mein you can't step out into Delhi and do all these tours.
What does your PDF say? We offer what?
We offer just
Like what's your pitch deck like? Like we offer experiences. Indian.
no. So
What's
our
your
pitch is
USP?
very simple. Come join us and uncover the stories. That's it.
And ये unzip रखने का concept.
यार ये ना मैंने ना actually में सोचा नहीं था.
First time I met him, the person she said check out unzip. So मुझे लगा कोई weird आदमी है मतलब unzip कौन रखता है अपना घर. Then she's like it does historical walks. I was like unzip थोड़ा problematic नाम है. No, I was like should I need to go on incognito mode and search your brand, but no, turns out he's a champ. I mean like unzip गलती से रख दिया.
यार वो ना
अटक
अटक गया वो, and plus it was very catchy, so it stuck.
So this goes to show that it's all these superficial things like names and all that means doesn't actually affect, because
नहीं.
does it affect you?
No.
If you called yourself Art Walk Delhi, or if you called yourself what's your trip, or like something more contemporary,
Something more cultural,
Yeah, like-
as people would say.
like tomorrow if you
हाँ.
आपका अगर IPO होता है तो
हाँ.
easy trip, make my
हाँ,
trip,
हाँ.
easy no.
हाँ, नहीं.
Unzip रखा तो लोग बोलेंगे you are maybe a WinZip compression encryption data company or something.
नहीं. So the idea is कि ऐसा जब हम इसका नाम रख रहे थे, as I told you, it was just me sitting there and I was like, let's uncover those stories. So I started with the Uncover Delhi, and it was like too big.
Yeah.
So started looking for a shorter name, like Unzip Delhi.
Yeah. अटक गया.
Clicked, अटक गया, and I was like ठीक है. Never thought कि अभी मैं stages पे बैठ जाऊँगा, podcast में जाऊँगा. I was giving my TED talk, right, and I had to justify my name to the people.
Why?
Because ऐसा मुझको लगा कि कहीं ना कहीं there is this thing जहाँ पे लोग उस चीज़ को जो बाहर से just for you, the moment you'll hear it for the first time, you'll be like हाँ कुछ होगा, right? You'll never connect it to the cultural parts or something like historical. So I'm like हाँ ये भी ऐसा थोड़ा सा इसमें बताते हैं how's the journey going.
Yeah.
So इस तरीके का हुआ है. And for the business part also, what we have started doing is we have started these little private gatherings of poetry sessions जहाँ पे जो पहले मुशायरे होते थे. So मुशायरे अब again ख़त्म हो गए हैं, and the kind of
फर्जी मुशायरे चल
हाँ अभी फर्जी मुशायरे चल रहे हैं. So culturally if you'll see तो लोगों को उर्दू लैंग्वेज से फैसिनेशन तो है, बट उनके सर के ऊपर से जाती है, राइट? और वो सर के ऊपर से जाती है तो वी हैव दिस ओरिएंटलिस्ट माइंड से जो सर के ऊपर से जाता है, जो थोड़ा सा वैसा लगता है ये एग्जॉटिक हो जाता है. सो उस तरीके से उसको एग्जॉटिक और रोमांटिसाइज किया जा रहा है. सो द आइडिया इज टू एक्चुअली गेट टू पीपल विद ट्रू पोएट्री. सो लाइक वी हैव सिलेक्टेड प्लेसेस लाइक मिर्जा गालिब्स हाउस. So his house, it is still there in Old Delhi. It somehow has survived. And Gulzar Saab.
What does that mean?
Because it was
somehow it has survived. You who gives the walk, you say that?
Yeah.
Somehow this house has survived.
Yeah, somehow it has survived. It was
Unpack
very
that.
lucky.
What do you mean by-
Because now what happens is that the entire part of Old Delhi, the entire city have been destroyed multiple times, right? The city.
You mean historically?
Historically.
Yeah.
And into the city of Delhi during the War of 1857, our first war of independence, majority of the buildings were razed to ground,
Yeah.
and they were all finished. And in the Mohalla of Balli Maran, what happens is, though all those properties, then the partition in flux, then people got divided into their properties. A lot of chaos has happened into
Yes.
that city. So somehow that building, because the owners.
Yeah.
The owner was never Mirza Ghalib. He was a tenant there.
Really?
Yeah, he was a tenant there. And the owners left the property. They just left the property.
टेनेंट को अंदर रख के
हाँ, and they migrated.
उसका
And
भाड़ा कितना होगा तभी पता है?
मिर्जा गालिब का भाड़ा बहुत ही
महीने का
मालूम नहीं, बट
कम ही होगा, बहुत
कम ही होगा.
तभी के हिसाब से
तभी के
बराबर
हिसाब
होगा.
से बराबर होगा. बट वो भाड़ा दे नहीं पाते थे.
But at that time was पुरानी दिल्ली the South Delhi of its time?
नहीं, it was much bigger than South Delhi.
No, I'm saying in terms of the
Cultural, money wise, yes.
the real estate
So,
value, intrinsic
India,
value.
India during the time of the Mughal era was contributing to 22% of the world GDP, and that was the capital. So almost you can, if you want to dissect it through the traders and the absentee landlords, at least 1 to 2% of the world GDP was just there in that one city. It was very elite population. It was so elite that the women were not allowed to step onto the streets because the streets were not worthy.
That is, I don't know, that is
high
whether that
level
is-
things, and then you can't pluck flowers into the city. There were cultural norms. There is a complete book that
Yeah.
is written in 18th century called as Mirza Nama, or the Gentleman's Guidebook to
Like
dictate.
Akbarnama.
Not Akbarnama. Akbarnama is a historical account,
Yeah.
right? Mirza Nama is a gentleman's guidebook. Anyone can purchase it,
Yeah.
and you can learn etiquettes from it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, so these kind of things.
Wow. And so basically at that time, when you take people, are you a specialist only in a particular kind of time period?
No.
Or are you doing South India also?
I've just started researching onto the topics in South India. I've just started researching onto the. So first, I'm going like this from Delhi. I'm going to Calcutta.
Nice.
Because it has more connection with the city of Delhi because of the East India Company
And also
how it turned out.
Yeah.
So first we are like branching
Yeah.
into the city of Calcutta. Agra we have already covered.
Yeah.
So Delhi, Agra, Jaipur we have covered. The golden triangle for the foreign tourist, as they say.
Yeah.
So we have covered that part. Now we are branching into Kolkata. From Kolkata we'll be going down south because these two, again, South India is a very different chapter altogether.
Different vibe.
Different vibe,
Yeah.
different culture,
Yeah.
and at the same point of time, a totally different history.
Different history?
Yeah, different history.
Isn't it linked? Because like,
So what you see is that
are you bypassing Shivaji?
No, I am not trying to bypass Shivaji. So again,
Because
in history,
it seems like you're going.
So in history, what I usually see is as a from someone who's working into the field, there are no like heroes or villain. It depends.
Yeah, it's power.
It depends on which geographical location you're based in.
Explain that. Why are you saying this?
So, like for us, the people of Delhi,
Yeah.
right? The most bloodiest attack that we have seen would be the attack of Nadir Shah from Iran, who looted the entire treasuries, took away the Mughal throne, killed multiple thousands
Nadir
and
Shah
thousands
came
of.
to Delhi.
Nadir Shah came to Delhi,
Took everything?
went back. So for the people of Delhi,
Yeah.
he's a villain.
Yeah.
But for the people of Iran,
He's a hero.
he's a hero
Yeah.
because their currency is still stable
Because of that time.
because of that time.
it's like British. It's like what the British did.
because the kind of treasury that he looted is enormous, and Iran in current day world has the highest number of gems in their treasury, right? And those gems are from Delhi.
But they also had an Ottoman Empire background, so they had more empowered because of that.
No, they were standalone.
Standalone.
Iranians were standalones in
What
their
is
own
happening
time.
in India, according to you,
Yeah.
because of which लोग आ रहे बजा के जा रहे? What is like
so the idea is-
historically? How is India so porous?
So what happens here in Akbar writes in his book Akbarnama
Yeah.
that there are some 500 plus kingdoms into the Indian subcontinent, and it takes me around 1 to 2 years to defeat one. I am not going to live long enough. My family is not going to live long enough so that we can conquer it all.
Yeah.
So what he established is what we say as a two-state government.
Hmm.
Like today also we have. गया आ गया.
काटा भी मेरे को. हाँ.
Kata. So now today also we have this two-state government where the state is responsible for the administration in one area,
Yeah.
and the center is responsible for the taxes,
Yes.
finances and military and
Yes,
all other
decentralized.
sources.
Yeah.
Decentralized.
Yeah.
So उसी तरीके से Mughal Empire was a decentralized empire. The
What was the head
states
office?
the head office was in Delhi, Agra. Before that, Lahore. The head office is wherever the emperor is. Wherever he will go, the head office will just shift there.
I also had this. Sorry to cut you off. I also had this question. You know, we're living in times where,
Yeah, I get it. We don't say it.
yeah, I mean, I don't know how to frame it because we are in the juice, right?
Yeah.
I can't have an objective
Yeah.
lens of what is
Yeah.
happening. I don't know
Yeah.
whether it's right, wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should take a position at this age,
Yeah.
at this time.
yeah,
But I basically want to ask, when the environment is anti something,
Yeah.
like it's anti Mughal, for example. Even though it is a historical fact, it happened.
yeah.
It happened on this
Yeah.
land. We are not, like, you know how I like the way I was taught in convent education. I was taught the history of India in a way where psychologically I have no hate for the colonizer.
yeah,
I don't have any hate.
Yeah.
That happened because maybe of the the kind of education.
Yeah.
Because I was in a convent school.
yeah,
But now we live in a time when at home the education can be a little right wing, or let's say it can be a little nationalistic.
yeah,
And this fervor, this nationalistic fervor, can cause one to pivot in one direction.
yeah,
And that causes negativity on
Yeah.
the other side.
yeah,
Now you're doing romantic stuff on that side.
yeah,
And I mean, you're from the culture,
Yeah.
historically also,
Yeah.
culturally also. I don't know, politically also, I don't know. But
Yeah.
but personally, I'm saying,
Yeah.
personally, forget everything else.
Yeah.
Personally, when you are confronted by, let's say, a visitor
yeah,
who does not align with you
mm.
politically, now I'm saying, or they basically they've read too much
yeah,
data, saying
Yeah.
that इतने लोग मारे, इतना
Yeah.
negativity
Yeah.
फैलाया, इतना कुछ है, ये छीना, ये तोड़ा, वो तोड़ा. Can you still see the romance and the beauty in the monument? Like, can you see beauty in the Taj Mahal after knowing how many people were killed after its inauguration? And can you see beauty?
How many people were killed?
No, the hand. Sorry, that people. There's a history.
That's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor.
That's a metaphor.
Okay, I didn't know that.
That's why
Yeah.
I love talking to people,
Yeah.
and that's why our
didn't know
tours
that.
are a hit. Let me tell you, what we do is we don't romanticize the
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
or the empire. What we do is we share you stories. Stories, some of them that are very nice,
Yeah.
of people how they turned out to be really good. Of some people of who were really, really bad
Yeah.
in doing something. So what it does, it gives you a personalized perspective
Yeah.
about not the empire as a whole,
Yeah.
but individuals.
Yes.
We dissect, cut them into smaller pieces.
Yes.
And
Humanize them.
Humanize them. Some of them were good, some of them were bad, some were falling in love, some got their heart broken. And then at the same point of time, we connected it to today's day and age.
Yes.
Of how we perceive it, how...
No, as a human being, I
as a
can
human
totally
being.
empathize with
Yeah.
that human in power. Yeah.
Also, like there are so many myths around our history, and it becomes really interesting to just, at times just break them apart and like, अच्छा ये भी झूठ है, this is also a lie, this is also a lie. That hand cut off is not true. So the idea is when Taj Mahal got done, Shah Jahan had a look at it and he never wanted. Now these people who have prepared Taj in 20 years or 22 years have worked their entire life onto this one project.
ना जवानी दे दिया.
जवानी दे दिया, पूरा अपना एक जवानी दे दिया अपना. And so the structure of Taj was ready in less than 8 years.
Okay.
It was
the
all
foundation
the
and
foundation
yeah.
and the structures जिसकी हम बात करते हैं 10 साल maximum उसमें सब तैयार हो गया था.
Okay.
The intricate work that is there in Taj took 22 years. So all these people
The inlay work and all.
the inlay work who were doing, they were stopped from working on any other structure like that.
Got it. But at the
Right.
same time, Humayun's tomb was being made.
No, Humayun's tomb is already done
Already
previously.
done, okay.
So, and everyone is stopped from doing, working on to similar projects. And they've given their life
Yeah.
to perfect the art that they have.
Yeah.
It's like you've worked somewhere for 22 years and your boss says that you can't put it on your CV.
Barabar.
You can't put it on your CV.
Barabar.
So, wherever you're going
Yeah.
to find work now,
Yeah.
right, it is super difficult for you
Yeah.
because you don't have any
No documentation.
no documentation.
You can't tag
And
yourself on their post.
And also, you can't work. Even if you get something like that, you can't work on it because it is against the law.
Oh, ये NOC
So
तो
it was
ये
as
NOC
if-
तो उन्होंने साइन नहीं किया रहेगा.
हाँ, ये NOC उन्होंने साइन नहीं किया था. So it was as if artist के हाथ ही कट गए. एक आर्टिस्ट के
Are
लिए
you sure that
हाँ,
this is
हाँ,
a metaphor?
This is a
No,
metaphor.
I'm like asking you.
Yeah, this is a metaphor. So
Where is
उसमें-
this written? And you know the
Ah, Papa, so this is written in multiple accounts.
he's an anthropology student also.
Yeah.
So if you so it's interesting to know because he studies human beings and
So-
so what उन पे क्या बीती रहेगी? You are always looking at what Akbar went
Plus,
through.
now what happens is, so one project got done,
Yeah.
and post that Shah Jahan started another project here from Agra into the city of Delhi. Skilled labor was very less back
Okay.
in the medieval ages, and plus we as Indians we gatekeep our thing. That's why हमारे art जो थे वो majority of them have died because we will only teach our art to our kids.
Yes.
And nobody
And
else.
that caste. right?
And that caste
Yeah,
and creed and everything was there. So the skilled labor was always very limited, and those people who could actually work the inlay were given other jobs by the Mughal Empire only, not there in Agra, but into the city of Delhi because Red Fort was under construction, Jama Masjid was under construction. They had enough, and plus each and every worker was given enough money so that they could live their entire life.
And were the people, craftspeople who were working on the Taj Mahal from within the area? Were they imported from Japan, China? Was there like a transmigration, like people coming from the best of the best, like on Ajanta Ellora?
Yeah.
There are records of people coming from Japan, from China. Buddhist monks are inviting people. So it talks a lot of the.
So by the time Taj Mahal was under construction, the Indian masons have achieved their best, and they can make it. They don't need any help from the international artists. Plus, also at the same point of time, the architect,
Who's the architect?
it's the same one architect.
Who's this? Why is his name not famous, man?
So-
Who made the Taj Mahal?
So Lahori, Ahmad Lahori is the name.
Ahmad Lahori, man. Thanks.
Yeah, so he's the man who made.
Is his family still alive?
No,
उसका क्या हो गया?
Gayab.
ऐसा थोड़ी होता है, उसका एनकाउंटर हो गया.
No, so let me tell you what happens.
गायब
is-
कैसे हो सकता है?
गायब in the sense, गायब in the sense. Now what happens is, like for example, I was telling you, I had no clue.
I'll tell you one
About
thing.
my
I'll tell you
family.
one thing.
Yeah.
The reason I'm started Artistry Plus
Yeah.
is because I don't know the name of the artist who made the Taj Mahal. I don't know the name of the people. No one documented the makers of the Ajanta Ellora. No,
Yeah.
they know the king story.
Yeah.
Imagine knowing the patron of the Serendipity Arts Festival.
Yeah.
Imagine knowing only the name of Mr. Munjal. Imagine knowing BMW's CEO's name.
Yeah.
Imagine knowing for India Art
Yeah.
Fair. Imagine knowing Yes Banks.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Is that how culture is going to propagate ahead? I don't care. I'm self-funded. I'm documenting the makers of art and culture and people like you who are basically offering lenses and all. So I'm damn fiery about this subject. Is that I don't want any writer writing about.
The point is, it's not that the main person, the architect and his team is not recorded.
You're saying that these guys are recorded. Their names are recorded.
So what happens is their names are recorded into books. Their names are recorded into books that are written in Farsi because that was the official language of that time. And now because the Farsi language is dead, we don't read those books. What we read is the translations that the Europeans have done for us.
It's their perspective.
It's their perspective, and for them, the architect never mattered. It was just made into this time frame.
Yeah.
And those things got popularized over the period of time, and also because the emperor is like the powerful one and the main person. Still go.
Yeah.
So the emperor is again like the main person that is there sitting onto the throne. So it is always recorded under his name. Like for example, when we are talking about Taj, Shah Jahan purchased the land from the family of Amir, which is now of Jaipur. the Jaipur royal family. The marble came from the royal family of Jodhpur because that was the Nanaji of Shah Jahan. Right, he supplied the marble because marble उनके एरिया में मिल रहा है.
वेंडर अपने फैमिली की.
हाँ, तो मार्बल उनके एरिया में लग रहा है, लैंड किसी और का है जो कि उन्होंने खरीद लिया. उसके अलावा बाद में उसको दिल्ली में बहुत सारे लैंड्स मिलेंगे.
क्वारी हमारी एरिया में पड़ती है.
हाँ, सो उधर से वो आ रहा है, फिर उस तरीके से. सो देयर आर मल्टीपल पीपल इन्वॉल्वड इनटू कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ वन. देन द आर्किटेक्ट ऑल्सो एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. आर्किटेक्ट के बाद उनके मेसन्स और बहुत सारी ऐसी कहानियां हैं जो कि दबी हुई हैं, जो कि आर्किटेक्ट्स के. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल द आर्किटेक्ट ऑफ जामा मस्जिद, व्हेन द कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ जामा मस्जिद ऑफ दिल्ली वाज हैपनिंग, ही रैन अवे in the middle because the emperor was just not ready to wait for the foundation to become solid and dry up, and he wanted the Jama Masjid to be completed like in 3 years, 5 years period of time. And the architect knew right that if the foundation is not dried up, the mosque is going to get broken in a couple of years. So he ran away. These stories of these small little details are somewhat we miss from reading history, because what we are looking at is history as a first thing, a boring subject where dates are mentioned, where this happened, that happened,
why do we
this
need to know
wars
the
happened.
dates?
No, we don't need to. We just need to know the century
Stories.
and that is more than enough. And centuries, because the point of history is not to get you accustomed to the dates. The major point is get you accustomed to these stories so that you can learn from them.
That's true.
And nothing else.
What did you learn along the way? Like
a lot of things. Like for example,
2 anecdotes of something that blew you away, like
so-
something that you must have been like,
So-
wow, I didn't.
So this complex of Qutub Minar has 2 tombs in it, major 2 tombs of 2 sultans. One is called as Iltutmish or Altamash, and the other one is called as Alauddin Khilji, currently very famous for all the wrong reasons. So if we call this as a play of destiny. One was a slave who got sold from hand to hand in the 12th century when we are talking about it, and ended up in his lifetime sitting onto the throne of Delhi Sultanate and controlling the entire northern plains of the Indian subcontinent, and expanded and laid a very strong foundation for the empires to come in the coming generations. The other one was a king, and the destiny just was like, let me show you, if you do not behave properly, what can happen, and pulled him down so much that he ended up being the most cursed man around into the city of Delhi. It is not now that Alauddin Khilji is famous for all the wrong reason. During the Tughlaq era, where Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi.
He was a creepy guy.
He was a creepy guy. Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi, it is written that this is a cursed place, and while the Firoz Shah Tughlaq, the Sultan, restored everything in Qutub complex, so has written this particularly, that I will not touch this area. It belongs to a cursed man. Right? Imagine, hundreds of years down the line, and somehow in all the stories, this is the guy that we found.
Yeah.
Right, this is the guy we made a picture on. This is the guy that got defamed for all the wrong.
So how do you romanticize this guy now?
So now,
how do you package him?
So now the idea is, the package is this, because there is this thing that is written that towards the end of his times, Alauddin Khilji, because he never lost a war.
Alauddin Khilji never lost a war.
Never lost a single war with anyone. So he started having this god complex inside of him, which became just too big.
Megalomania.
Right.
Yeah.
And he claimed that he is the supreme power into this world. And they say at that point of time, the Sufis of Delhi cursed this guy. Right. And that was the downfall. And at the same point of time, when you look at Altamash, who is a slave, a nobody. A slave is a nobody, right? Who grew so much in power because he was blessed. So you see contrast of life
Of
in just
human
one
qualities.
complex of human qualities. How you behave is going to decide what you'll get. And these two tombs are not even 200 meters apart from each other.
Yeah.
One is in very good condition, the other one is completely
And
ruined.
who's commissioned this project? Like who's
So both of them have commissioned on their own. So
200 meters away.
200 meters away, because
And so when you take someone on a walk, you explain them the context of this entire.
yes.
That's
So
beautiful.
so in Qutub Minar complex, there is supposed to be 2 minars. One is the Qutub Minar, and the
There's
other
one half-built.
half-built minar that is called as Alai Minar, which was the minar of Alauddin Khilji.
Yes.
Which the idea was to build a minar twice the height of Qutub
Yeah.
and overshadow the Sultan, which is like the prime Sultan.
I've
Altamash
seen
who
it's a
have built.
big black, super thick.
Yeah.
Small,
So,
yeah.
Altamash is the one who have completed Qutub Minar and
Yeah.
he's buried there into that complex. So the idea is Alauddin Khilji wanted to overshadow this guy, build a minar twice the height of his
But
minar
didn't succeed.
and get buried into the same complex so that people can see that this is one of the first, the second of the Sultan which laid the foundation of the Delhi Sultanate. But this is the grandness of Alauddin Khilji.
Ego-
Never succeeded.
ego flex hai.
Ego flex tha wo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are there like, can you name 10 locations within Delhi which are like secret places where are like magical places in Delhi?
So I would
Like people would not know. Like usually people go to clubs.
Nahin,
Like in the
there
movie Rockstar,
Haan.
the director Imtiaz Ali,
very problematic thing though. He showed this.
He showed
people,
in the dargah.
the main the actor and actresses drinking in horse khas. It's
yeah.
and then this became a trend. All these people started sitting in horse khas fort.
Yeah.
It's actually a university, not a fort.
Yeah.
So it was a university that was.
That is so true. I never saw it. I was going to ask you something else only.
Yeah.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask you about the Qawwali culture.
So now what happens is people go there and they start drinking. The guards are troubled so much.
Yeah.
And because we have this fascination.
You
Like
want
we
to-
want to be in a Imtiaz Ali movie, so we're gonna go into horse cars or into these monuments, or we're gonna. It's just not the people who don't have places to drink. It is also the people who can afford to drink into a bar or a pub,
No,
but they won't
people want to
because
have
of the experience.
People want to have experiences.
Yeah.
To say that
If you want to have experiences, there are legit ways to do experiences.
you offer alcohol on your trips.
No, not on the trips. Not on the trips. It is like so.
So, for,
in
would
the-
your experience, your walkthrough,
Yeah.
your cultural art
Yeah,
walkthrough,
yeah.
would it be a different experience for an outsider, and will it be the same for a localite who's from Delhi? Because again, now if I'm going on my scooty or if I'm in my
Yeah.
car and I'm seeing the Qutub Minar,
Yeah.
and I went for your walkthrough,
Yeah.
I'll suddenly look there and be like, "Hi,
हाँ,
क्या था वो?"
हाँ.
But मैं
Yeah.
रोज जाऊंगा ऑफिस
हाँ.
on the same road, I'll be like, हाँ अच्छा story था
So the
यार."
majority idea is for the Delhiites to know their own city, because if we can do tours, I am here in Goa and I'm trying to explore what is there, what all is there. So ऐसे ही उसी तरीके से majority of us, we go into different cities, we explore them, and we just never pay attention to where we live. We never explore that
Answer
area.
that question. Where do we live?
So
If I asked you philosophically,
हाँ.
if I asked you existentially,
हाँ,
we are in India, right?
हाँ.
Where do we live? Like, how beautiful is this place? Where do we live? If that was a sales pitch, if you had to sell Delhi, and if you had to create a PDF
Yeah.
to say, look where we live,
Yeah.
हमारे यहाँ पे ये है, can you go in for can you rant?
Yeah.
Like,
but
where do we
because
live?
I would be a very small person to do it. There are much greater artists
अरे
that have
नी-
lived in Delhi and
नी-
have answered
नीति-
this question.
Niti Aayog guy is sitting here only somewhere.
Yeah, they've already answered. So Mirza Ghalib has already answered the question.
no, that-
Imagine this, that the world is a body
The world is a body.
and the soul of this body is the city of Delhi. That's where we live.
सही है भाई. सही है.
Yeah.
But you feel like the way media has propagated the city of Delhi
Yeah.
in popular culture.
Yeah.
It's like crude, rude,
Yeah.
like some basically too many fights,
Huh.
rude people,
हाँ.
aggressive people. I don't know what is it, because historically कुरुक्षेत्र वहाँ पे मतलब बासी चना खाते उसके जमीन में बहुत खून है. मतलब what is the don't you feel that entire plain
Huh.
has a lot of blood in its soil, and then whatever grows
That
on
is
this,
true. That
then
is
somewhere
true.
it's like psyching people out.
No, so also at the same point.
I asked an Uber driver once,
Yeah.
and he told me this. He's like, कुरुक्षेत्र का जंग हुआ था, सब बासी चना खाते हैं यहाँ पे, और इसलिए सब गुस्सा है.
That is what I love. All these folk tales that we have surrounding around our city. So ऐसा नहीं है कि so imagine for a city to actually be more express itself.
Yeah.
What happens is you need culture,
Yeah.
tehzeeb to
You're
express.
making culture is not something that
No,
you import.
So tehzeeb,
yeah.
tehzeeb is something that exists.
Yeah.
Culture and tehzeeb is एक बहुत ही फाइन लाइन होता है, एक बहुत ही नॉर्म, एक आपको एक्सप्रेशंस के लिए अपने हमेशा आर्ट का सहारा मिलता है. So Delhi never got that for in the last century that we are talking about, there are so many multiple attacks. So the partition of 1947, actually whatever Delhi was,
Yeah.
have completely ruined. Right, Delhiites were the people who, when they were stepping outside of the city, will be known for their poetic genius. Will be known, हर एक इंसान को लगभग जो कि शहर दिल्ली में रहता है 100 शेर याद होते थे. मुझे नहीं है याद आज के टाइम पे.
But is
I
that
am
how you
working into the
calculate quality
culture.
of life?
No, I am not talking about the quality of life. I am talking about being वो rude, aggressive. So this has come very recently, and plus then अभी वो romanticize कर दिया गया है उसको Bollywood movie में डाल के, that when you're
You are
introducing
only romanticizing
yourself.
it.
No, I
ये
never
पुराने दिल में धीरे
romanticize
से
the,
गाड़ी लाके क्या
I
क्या
never
कर-
romanticize the idea of me introducing myself and then abusing.
That's true, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is what the Bollywood romanticizes, and that is what is wrong. ऐसा नहीं है कि दिल्ली में हर कोई आप जाओगे तो गाली दे रहा है. So अब होता ये
I'm
है.
talking about art walks and cultural heritage.
हाँ.
I'm not specifically
हाँ.
asking you for
हाँ.
a Delhi perspective. I'm asking you for your speciality.
Yeah.
So I'm diverting. I'm bringing the back.
ठीक है.
I understand that.
हाँ.
Like you love Delhi.
हाँ.
man. You obviously love Delhi. I'm asking from a perspective of when somebody comes from outside.
Yeah.
You have to take them into these micro pockets.
Yeah.
In these silos.
Yeah.
Where beauty exists.
Yeah.
Where history exists.
Yeah.
But history is existing everywhere.
Yeah.
It's your speciality
Huh.
and the love for your Hindustani, Urdu,
Yeah.
and I'm going to say Mughal era. That's your speciality. Where because of which
हाँ, one can say that.
one can say
Yeah.
because of is there anything else that how would you
No, so-
describe yourself?
So
How would you introduce yourself to like people? This is what I do. Like this is
if I have to introduce myself of what I do and what I love, it would be one simple answer: the Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb. So the Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb is something that is very unique to the northern plains of India, where when Amir Khusro writes his poetry, he never writes Allah in it. What he would write when he is referring to God is Ram.
really.
That
But he
is
was a rebel, no?
no, he was just one of it, and there are multiple others also who have done this.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is what we call as the Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb. That is something that is there and unique about the city of Delhi.
Yeah.
So if I have to,
No go. Please. हाँ. Silence. हम लोग record कर रहे हैं. It's pretty cool.
nice. उधर वाली camera
राव
में आया हुआ
राव दे रे एकदा तू पण करणार इंस्टाग्राम में बरं लास्ट बघ आणि जा वॉच प्लीज ओके माकस ए हलू नको कॅमेरा हलू नको थँक्यू ये सही आई फॉरगॉट दिस इज गोवा कल्चर एनीथिंग कैन हैपन नो यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट गंगा जमुना तहजीब
Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb.
I'm interested in your trip in terms of like you're a passionate guy who's like kind of like selling Delhi now.
हाँ.
I'm not talking about the culture. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about this. I'm
हाँ.
talking about specifically art and walks.
हाँ.
Like I want to bring you back to this. But let's do a reintroduction. For people will be like, "ये क्या बात कर रहे थे?" Look into the camera and
Yes.
say, "Hi, my name is," and then go ahead and do your. This is what I do.
Hi, my name is Anas Khan Motiwale, and I do conduct heritage walks into the city of Delhi.
We're doing this conversation about the heritage walks and this guy's contribution on Instagram, but also as a person and his data bank and his amount of information he has about what he refers to as within the larger confines of culture, the Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. And he articulates all of these ideas through, like, can I say, you use the objects of the past
Yeah.
to explain this culture.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and in the articulation, sometimes you have to be objective. And my line of questioning for this podcast would be objective in the sense that I am not putting my personal lens of how I see a structure. When I asked you about the Taj Mahal, when I asked you about Qutub Minar, after seeing so much, so many people have contributed to so many things to the making of the Mughal Empire.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of loss. There's been bloodshed.
Yeah.
So sometimes, as a I'm a painter. I'm an artist. After knowing how much has gone through, I mean, any in power anywhere,
Yeah.
the distribution of power, to suddenly specifically find beauty in certain pockets
Yeah.
is a task, because to give the whole context, for example, in Purani Delhi,
Yeah.
like you mentioned that women were not allowed to
step onto
out.
the-
Now I took offense
No.
to that because
They were allowed to. ऐसा नहीं है कि they were not allowed to step out.
तो
They
और
were
मतलब-
not allowed to step onto the streets.
bhai, that is the conversation that people would have in burqa culture, no? Like
No,
to say
no.
women are not allowed to step out. No.
So you have your palki. You can go out. You can do
But
shopping.
everybody is not a Nawabi ki biwi, no? What is
We
it
are
called?
talking about a very elite city.
Yes.
So as Mir Taqi Mir said in one of his poetry, दिल्ली जो एक शहर था आलम में इंतखाब जहाँ रहते थे मुंतखब ही रोजगार के, where only a selected elite used to live. वहाँ हमारे पास सिर्फ स्टाफ होता था जो कि आपको मिडिल क्लास वाला दिखेगा, उसके अलावा उस शहर में सिर्फ अमीर ही रहते थे.
Really?
हाँ.
And then there was a boundary wall,
Yeah.
and outside that were the poorer people.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying like you didn't mean that women were not allowed to stay from a power politics between
Yeah.
the couple.
Women were doing businesses. Women were constructing mosque into
Really?
that city. Yes.
Why don't I know this?
Big.
And I'm pretty well read.
So Fatehpuri Masjid made by Fatehpuri Begum of Shah Jahan, the wife of Shah Jahan, and the entire Chandni Chowk made by the daughter of Shah Jahan, Jahanara Begum. The markets are made by the women. The hotels, Jahanara Begum used to have a hotel there.
Of Khane ka hotel or
No, a luxury stay for the people who have money and want to experience the Mughal luxuries of life.
Yeah.
You pay me and I'll give you that.
like
Running businesses, collecting taxes.
You're talking like Oyo rooms or Taj?
I am talking about like very high level,
Very rich people.
very rich people. No one would drink the wines that are manufactured in India. Shirazi is one, so the wine will be
Shiraz,
imported, and the foods will be imported. The horses will be imported.
Arabi ghode will
Arabi ghode. You can't ride on elephants into the city. There's this protocol. The elephant is just for the emperor. Everyone else is on the horses.
Wow.
So it's a very layered city
Yeah.
where they have laws. Like, for example, just a normal person is going into the gardens or just on the road and they saw a very beautiful flower on a plant.
Can't pluck it.
You can't pluck it because the idea is you have not paid a single amount of effort in growing that plant. So if you actually want to smell a flower, take a seed, plant it, water it every day, then you have the rights to pluck the flower and smell it.
Wow.
So a city layered like that have been looted. There have been murders, there have been killings, there have been massacres. But that's also part of the city. How people survived, how they
But
bounced back.
It's absolute gluttony, right? Once you reach
and also after having so many of attacks and losing your life, still people are not willing to move out.
Yeah, I mean,
Because there are better cities.
Yeah,
There are better cities.
Like
now.
what? Now.
During that time also, as the city of Delhi was being looted and being killed and being massacred, there were better cities that got developed, like Lucknow, Hyderabad. A lot of people from Delhi also migrated. One of the poets called as Dag Dehlvi went from Delhi to Lucknow. Another poet, Mir Taqi Mir, went from Delhi. So Dag Dehlvi went to Hyderabad and Mir Taqi Mir went to Lucknow. And usi tarike se there were multiple cities that were now becoming more and more popular. Rampur and other cities. People had spaces to move, but they were just not willing to leave Delhi. As Zauq said, another poet of Delhi, कि माना के कदरे सुखन है दक्कन में बहुत. Dakkan is the southern part of India, and Kadre Sukhan is the worth of poetry. माना के कदरे सुखन है दक्कन में बहुत, पर ज़ौक़ कौन जाए ये दिल्ली की गलियां छोड़कर. So people fell in love with that city. It is a very good marketing plan that was set up in the initial days, and it flourished. And now people just are in love with the city. They're like, we'll die here, but we'll not leave it.
It almost sounds like they were talking about Panji.
Yeah.
about Panji city. No, it's amazing. So I mean, there are like, I can't. There is no other city like that developed. But
Yeah.
Delhi was the model.
Yeah, Delhi was the model.
Can you? I'm allowing you to look into the camera and ask people to come visit you, and you can talk shop if you want, and you can basically tell them why they should do the walks with you.
So the idea is just not to take
You can tell me because I can cut from either camera.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
So the idea is just not to let people see a monument, but also for them to make a memory there. Our walks are very relaxed. There is no certain.
And they also get to associate themselves
Yes.
with the city.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for
It's okay.
So for the majority part of the citizens living in Delhi, 99% of the population of Delhi, or 99.9% of the population of Delhi is migratory population. The previous generation was just too busy in building their life.
Yeah.
True.
True.
They never
Socialist,
had
yeah.
enough time to experience the city or experience the culture. Now this generation has the money, this generation has the time and the interest to do it.
Yeah.
So until and unless they step out into these places and make memories for themselves,
Yeah.
तभी वो शहर उनका अपना बनेगा. Right. So the idea is to make people go into these monuments, understand what is going on behind them, how people have done and achieved this, and make a memory there. Connect that building to a story, and every time you're passing by, you remember that one individual who's there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The stories are so powerful that you might cross it 100 times in your life.
Yeah.
But every time you're crossing, you'll be like, what a
Yeah,
story, man. Because like for Humayun's tomb,
Yeah,
it
if
is
you
not
know-
it is not built by any other man. It is built by the wife of Humayun, who traveled into the city of Mecca from the city of Delhi. She would travel far and wide, search for the architect, come back
With him.
with him. I'm gonna build the monument. That is, Taj Mahal is not true
What's the word?
love
The word is
monument. Yes, the shiddat with which
Yeah.
the Bagha Begum is her name, have done this. She has spent her entire life onto this project. The remaining days of whatever she had. She could have lived like a queen, spent her life in all the luxuries, but no. She went on an all-women solo trip.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
To the cities of Mecca, Gulf and Iran, Iraq.
Yeah.
She collected. Then she had all these artisans that she collected.
Solo trip.
She came back. She started with a group of, say, somewhere around 20-25. Then she came back to the city of Delhi. There were some 300 families following her. And they made that monument.
That's crazy.
Now imagine, if you know this background
Yeah.
and you're crossing this,
Yeah.
every time it will click.
Yeah, of course.
Every time. So the stories are very, very powerful. So, and the idea is when you're you're driving by and you have a friend, you know what? Let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
powerful, man.
So you make memories like that. You make experiences like that, and that is what my tours specially offer you.
And how many packages do you have, like tours?
So in the city of Delhi, we have around 16 tours.
Wow, I'm coming, dude. Yeah.
16 tours.
You have like a 16 tour package.
No.
Saturday, Sunday, full
Saturday,
year.
Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday.
You don't do 52 weeks, 52 experiences.
No.
Like in New York, there are people who do.
Yeah.
52
the,
weeks.
The idea is we started with this, last year we started with this chronologically. We started doing our walks. So first we'll do Mehrauli, then we'll do the second city, then we'll do the third city, then we'll do the fourth city. Started doing this,
I
but
do
then
this, man. It's
people
amazing.
had a lot of disconnect with it because they never attended the previous one. So we dropped that plan now.
So there's no
each and every-
chronology.
there
Everything is an
chronology.
individual packet.
Yeah, everyone is individual.
That's smart actually, because then people can.
Yeah, they can
like,
just
I
jump.
didn't watch the first
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
अभी मैं सीधा Harry Potter 5 देख रहा हूँ.
समझ नहीं आ रहा
समझ नहीं आ रहा है.
Yeah.
That's a smart thing to do. Wow, I had a great chat with this guy, man, and I think you should too. In person, while you go to Delhi, check out Unzip Delhi.
Unzip Delhi.
Unzip Delhi. This guy is Anas Khan. What's your full name again?
Anas Khan Motiwale.
Anas Khan Motiwale. What a guy. And I'm sure I'm.
Fuck. तेरे पे बड़ा चीटा आ रहा है नहीं?
Yes, I think I'm sitting on something. Like, beta, I'll just take this back. Yeah. So I'm really looking. I was looking forward to speaking to him about something actually slightly different, but he actually blew me away. Some of the stories, especially that all women's solo trip to make Humayun, before making Humayun's tomb, was like, I learned a lot in this experience. I hope I grow old with this guy, because a friend like this can actually, like, he's a party maker, and you know, like someone with this kind of knowledge, someone like I'll tell you in your eyes only. Forget the cameras. I feel like someone like you is a very precious person, because when you have a friend like this who's so passionate, like no matter where you are, like if you're in a party or something and you start, you'll have like 5-10 people sitting around you. Because there's nobody who'll come. You're like Sigma vibe. हम बोलते हैं alpha sigma. You're like Sigma. You know, like ooh. It's like you know things about the past, and you care about the past, and that's there's utility to that in today's time. And you're that concept of telling stories and storytelling and actually caring.
Yeah.
You don't realize you're in the wellness industry. No, like it's psychologically true. Many people don't know from where they come.
Yeah.
They don't know where they're going. You know, famous lines.
Yeah.
And you're doing half of that at least.
Yeah.
So at least people know that, you know, things are getting destroyed nowadays.
Yeah.
People are trying to change names. People are trying to change.
Not something new. This has happened.
Always happen.
Always
It's
happened.
Always happen.
It has always happened. So that is what gives you peace at times when you study history.
Maybe that is why, you know, I when I was in Europe, I'd gone to the US.
Yeah.
And I saw the Holocaust Museum.
Yeah.
And I was speaking to a Jewish tourist who was
Yeah.
there. And she mentioned to me that the reason they are so protective about European culture and monuments and stuff like that, and why they clean it regularly and why everything looks the way it looks, is because they've actually gone through 2 world wars.
Yeah.
And so they have seen destruction.
Yeah.
Like their parents' eyes,
Yeah.
it's not on television. They have seen destruction.
Yeah.
So when you see that, your home, your sense of home
Yeah.
being collapsing, the reason and the perseverance that these people take to preserve whatever they have now, whether it's contemporary culture, paintings, architecture, that's why the impetus to, you know, contemporary dance, culture itself, the way you speak, multiple things. As an anthropologist, I feel that you must be a very refined, your gaze of actually looking at how humans behave, you know, objectively, will be amazing. And that I hope you kill it, and I think,
Thank you so much.
I think you're going to do damn well. I hope.
I'm waiting for you to come
The
to
first
Delhi.
rule of Unzip is you talk about Unzip, like Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. Rather, the first rule about Unzip is you keep talking about Unzip. And I think you should consider changing your name. I think Unzip का
कुछ इसे और उर्दू वाइब देना पड़ेगा.
एक और GST नंबर लेके
हाँ.
थोड़ा अभी पिवट करो. जब he is on 2 lakh followers now. 2 lakh is a big number.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that
Thank you so much,
allowed a smaller channel like me. Currently we are small, but I'm documenting everything, my growth also. So I really respect the fact that you said yes to me. I had a very healthy conversation with you.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you do extremely well.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.